Hi guys, Scott again, and welcome back to another video. Now, the long line of jobs and lists to do is now my daily's turn to have a full service and a full set of brakes on it. Just come up with the mileage related warning for the rear pads, so I'm going to do everything, disc and pads all round, oil, spark plugs, cabin filter, air filter. I think that's about it. Now, I've never actually used GSF before, and I was pleasantly surprised that you can go on, use their service kit builder, put exactly what you want in it, and it gives you a sort of like, because you're buying the whole thing, it gives you quite a good discount, and then you can sign in and you can get points for having an account and buying things. And if you signed in, made an account, you got 100 points. That was £5 off, and then you had this. So for enough oil for the oil change, a filter, 4 spark plugs, like Brembo discs and pads, they're all in the back of the car. Brembo discs and pads all round. It only came to £425, which I know I say only £425, still a good chunk of money, but it's a lot less than I was expecting to have to pay. So shout out to GSF if you want to go on there. Yeah, you can use either they normally have a code on there to do it, or some channels have GSF codes that you can put in and get like 25% off. So I think I did quite well, and I'll probably be using them again. So yeah, stop waffling about GSF and let's start getting the mini service. So first things first, we'll be doing the rear pads and discs, because those are the ones that are overdue in the warning, and then we'll just start working our way through the car, and that's what this video should be. Hopefully it goes a lot smoother than, let's say, the Focus one did, and hopefully the files don't get corrupted and I can actually bring you the video. So as always, thank you for tuning in, hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget, drop me a comment, let me know what you think, let me know what you want to know, just engage, I love it. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and enjoy the video. So I said first things we'll be starting with the brakes, but I went to pull the tools out and the air filter was just staring me in the face, so we're actually going to go for that first. It looks like it is just a few T25 bits, so we're just going to undo them, put the new panel filter in. It's just a man filter for now. I want to put something a bit more in there at some point, but this is what I could get through the GSF thing, so I thought I might as well stick it in for now and then see what we want to do down the line, if we want to go for a cold air or just a new panel filter. Right, so in the interest of me being an idiot and I'll leave all the bloopers on here. I don't know if you caught it, but I thought the Torx bit was held into the socket. I thought it was like a bit holder and it would just be held in. It was not. So the Torx socket, I went to the airbox, Torx bit just went ding, 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 right down the engine. So probably about 10-15 minutes later, I don't know if you can see it. I have to do it with this hand. Got the little bastard. So note to self, don't try doing it with one hand while filming. That happens. Or tape it in. So after the little airbox Torx bit faux pas, I have retrieved it, as you saw, got the filter out, given in there. I'll be giving that a quick clean, and we have got the old filter, which is a little bit worse for wear, and then we got a new one fresh to go in, and that'll be that. And then it's just the 3 long Torx bits back in, and then on to the next. So first things first, while it's still on the ground, let me just knock all my tools, just loosen all of these. This is very hard with one hand. I need some sort of mount. So, car is up, leaving the jack under with just a bit of pressure. This jack stand here, good pressure on, and we're going to get the rear wheel off and start doing the brakes. Didn't loosen that one enough. As normal, we're going to need to give it a little smack. Wheel is off and under the car, and you can see it's probably needed doing. See how much is on the pads, because they're the ones that tell me it needs a warning. Obviously this side, the aft, the back right and the forward right, forward left both have the sensor in. I did manage to reuse these on the last ones I did, but a bit hit and miss, but we'll see. This has been bending a little bit, so we'll just try and bend that back out. But you got two, I want to say 13mm bolts for the carrier, shown here and here, and then in here, right down there, you've got a E14 Torx bit bolt for the, that's for the carrier, the other one's for the pins. Said I'd show all the annoyance and faux pas, and so when you're doing it, you need to hold this and undo the bolt. Mine was seized in and has actually sheared, so super fantastic. So it wasn't supposed to rain today, but here it is, and obviously I showed you that I sheared the bolt on camera. You can see it, and there it is in the carrier. I said it was because it was very, very tight. It wasn't. I turned it the wrong way. I should know better. Can't see my face there. I should know better, but whoops. Next up though is retaining Allen key bolt out of the disc, and disc will probably need smacking off because it always does, and then clean up the hub, new disc on, new pads in, sensor back in. I've already wound back the caliper, so it's not going too badly, and we have just missed, the weather's gone for now, so I want to get this side done at least, and then we'll move on to another at another point. So lovely, it has just started raining again, but the hubs aren't in too bad. The bearing sound, can't even hear anything, so just going to give the faces a quick clean up with some brake cleaner and a little abrasive brush on the impact, and then we should be good to stick the disc on. Right, so disc on, we copper slipped on the hub before putting the disc on. We've cleaned that up, got all the packing greasy bits off. We've copper slipped on each end of the pad, and I've refitted the old sensor. That might throw up some issues, but we can change it if needed. And then thankfully with the pads every time you do get new bolts, so luckily my stupid forgetting which way righty tighty lefty loosey is and shearing the shank of the other one hasn't done too much, because we have new bolts, they're going in, wrap that up, and then wheel back on, and that's one side done. You just hear a yappy dog in the background. Right, so far we've done rear disc pads and the air filter, managing to avoid the weather, but on these minis they have brake pad sensors. They have two, so they have one in the front left wheel arch and one in the right rear right. Sometimes you can reuse them and you're able to reset the warning on the dash, but unfortunately I sort of knew it when I took it apart, and I'll show you why, because I'm about to change it. I sort of knew I wouldn't be able to do it, so I have actually managed to reuse one or two before, but when they've been like this one was, I wasn't able to reuse it, so I sort of knew it was coming. So today, wrap up the rear brakes for now, and then I've actually got the MOT booked this afternoon, so that's in about 3 hours. So I've got to get this sensor changed, and then I've got about a 45-minute drive to the only place that had an MOT today, but I need to get this MOT'd today, so let's crack on. Okay, so car is up, just going to get the wheel off, and then the sensor lives just in the wheel arch here. Okay, so sensor goes in there, slots in the pads, and then just up into the rear wheel arch, just in here. I might have to take that little bit out just to pull the line in forward just to get to it. So just taking that off now, if we just, this should just pull out. Yeah. So around the edge there's a little metal clip just on there, and as you can see, that little metal clip very easily comes off. So in my experience with these, when the little metal clip thing comes off, you genuinely can't reuse the sensors. So now we just need to unloom that, and then it isn't too hard, it's just around there, pull that out, and then the plug is just up there. So we'll just get the new one in. New one is in the bag. Hopefully it's the right one. So old sensor is out and new one thankfully looks very almost similar, apart from that bit down there. GSF might have done me here. We'll see if it fits. It should fit. It's pretty much the same size, it's just not got the bit thickened for when it loops through this bleed valve thing, but we'll be able to make it work. Right, so the sensor is somewhat in. I'm not entirely certain, even though I definitely ordered the one for this car, I'm not entirely certain they've given me the one for this car, because it does say BMW, a few BMWs on the front, but in the specs for the Brembo one on GSF it said lots of BMWs, so I wasn't too concerned. But we've got it in as much as it will go, and we're just going to have to wing it, see if we can clear the light. If the light clears, happy days. If not, I might have to take a trip and get another one and try and do that before the MOT, which is in 3 hours now. Right, so I know I said there's a lot of BMWs on the front, and I'm just going to put it there. I do know this is a BMW Mini, as there are BMW things everywhere, and I am aware that the sensors could and probably will be used for similar cars, but it's just going off the fact that the makeup of this one is slightly different, like in the holdings, and it was a bit of a pain to get into the pad, so we'll see. Okay, so new sensors in, and we're going to try and reset the brake service light. So if we turn the ignition on, get that brake system thing, drive moderately. So if we get to the home page, you should then hold this in, uh, 600 miles over, reset possible. Oh, I've just scrolled past it by accident. Hold it, I'll then say perform reset, and hold that, reset in progress, and you either get reset successful or unsuccessful. Reset successful! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So now if I turn it off, and then we turn the car back on, should no longer get any warnings. And we are good to go for the MOT. Happy days, easy as that. So I'm gonna wrap all my tools away, and then we'll get off to the MOT and see how we get on. Right, so if you made it this far in the video, well done and thank you, but essentially a bit too much foreshadowing on my part went on there, and I didn't end up filming the end or what the outcome of the MOT was for the Mini, mostly because I was a bit annoyed. Safe to say, you probably guessed from how I've worded it, it failed. And it failed on tyres. So these Minis have run flats, and it's the first car I've ever owned with run flats, but through having these run flats now, I've come to learn that they're quite annoying. And essentially, because the tyre compound is quite hard, if you go over potholes and either the tyres aren't inflated properly or just the potholes are pretty bad, which tends to happen in the UK a lot at the moment, these run flats can develop bulges. So at the start of the year, it was probably about February, I changed 2 front tyres for the fact that they had got these bulges in, and I put more run flats on, and it got picked up on the MOT that both of the left hand tyres had bulges in. They weren't as noticeable as the ones at the start of the year, but they were, let's say, like, big enough for the MOT man to fail it. So I was pretty annoyed on the day. Didn't film a wrap up for the video, so that is what this is a wrap up. I hate run flats, and they're the bane of my life at the moment. So I've been through 4 tyres in a year purely because of bulges in the tyres due to run flats. So I was going to put non-run flats on, but somehow when booking the tyres to be replaced, I think I was comparing the price between the non-run flats and the run flats that were on there just to see what the price difference was, and I ended up going through the basket and putting run flats on again. So no doubt within the next MOT cycle I will have to have more tyres, so that's annoying. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you for sticking with me. Don't forget to hit that like, drop us a comment, any advice, stuff you want to see, etc, etc, and thank you all for your engagement and watching the video. So we'll see you all soon. Goodbye for now.